What's up, friend? Hector here from 𝗙𝗏𝑇𝐻.com with this week's technique of the week. Today we're going to be covering what to avoid during the squat, so that way you're not hurting your knees, things like that. And actually had this come up through one of the participants in our beta test. We're going through a jerk and front squat program, and he started to notice some pain right in the center of the knee, right at the patella. And it reminded me of an experience I had week one. Is I was kind of experiencing the same, I guess, pain. I just noticed some discomfort. I was like, man, you know what? I had some of that the first week and just didn't really think about it, bringing it up or what have you. And I record all of my training sessions, which I highly encourage you to do the same thing. Record all of your sessions. That way you can look back and see, check out your technique, because sometimes I train by myself. I don't know if you train by yourself. I train alone, so I don't always have someone there to kind of watch and critique my technique. So I have to record everything. That way I can look back at it and I can see what each and every set looked like. And one thing that I started to see a pattern over the first several sessions, even just that whole entire session, and it started to rear its head again on the second session, is I started to get some of that knee pain again. And so as I look back to the first session, I noticed that I was literally just kind of collapsing and kind of dropping down into the squat and not really controlling it. Don't know why I started doing that. Well, actually, I do know why I started doing that. So the beta test that everybody's going through right now, we're doing what's called a series. Okay, so we've got 3 sets on the minute, 3 sets on the minute. Once you complete the third set, that completes one series. I actually think I did a workout of the week, one of the previous videos on this channel. So it's 3 sets in a row, that completes one series, okay, and it's on the minute. So for instance, on day 3, you've got 4 jerks, 4 front squats on the minute for 3 minutes, and then you get a 3-minute rest, okay? So 4 jerks, 4 front squats, you're doing it the right way, the way I was not doing it. You do it the right way, that set will take you about 30 seconds. And then you rest to the next minute, which is 30-second rest, and then you do it again. And you do that for 3 consecutive sets, and you get a 3-minute rest. Well, I noticed that I started to drop down into the squat so I could hurry up and get the squat out of the way to shave off. I would shave off like maybe 3 seconds, 3, maybe even almost 5 seconds. And I was doing that so I could have more rest, right? So instead of 30 seconds, I get 35 seconds, okay? So I noticed I started doing that. So it ain't worth it, right? That extra 5 seconds of turmoil, of torture, if you will, is not worth that little knee pain. So what I noticed, I'll try to demo kind of what I was doing, and maybe you're making this mistake. If you're encountering like knee discomfort, maybe you may be making the same mistake. So let me clean the bells up, okay? So as I was squatting, I was literally just kind of dropping down and bouncing out of the hole. So I'll try to demo the best I can without screwing things up, okay? Okay. That's kind of what it looked like. Just drop out, drop out. Squat looked pretty good. I don't know what it looked like on that side as you as a viewer, but it looked okay, right? It looked good. But it's not controlled, right? In that fast deceleration going down, changing directions and coming back out, we're starting to give me some discomfort here in the patella. I caught that after reviewing my videos. Second session, I eliminated that. I was like, okay, I'm going to control the squat all the way down, all the way back up, and guess what? Literally, it went away. I haven't had an issue with it since then. So I've done a video on how to improve that piece of the squat, and we talk about this a lot in the Strong First system, is you need to use your hip flexors, okay? So the muscles that are on top of your thighs, the muscles that bring your knee to your chest, just like this, those are the muscles that you want to use to actively pull yourself down versus just succumbing to gravity and dropping down into the squat. That's going to give you much more control over the entire range of motion, and it's going to keep things from like getting some pain in the patella there. So you can do this with a partner. I don't have a partner to show you, and I actually did a video with this using a kettlebell to kind of simulate the muscle action of what you're doing. So I'll just do it again right here really quick. So ideally you would lay on your back and you would have your feet dorsiflexed, and you would have a partner pull on your feet, and you're going to actively pull your knees to to your chest. That way you can feel those hip flexors working, okay? So you can do that with the light kettlebell, okay? You can hold on to something, okay? And I put my foot in here, my foot stays dorsiflexed, and for right now I'm gonna have to balance, but you can hold on to a box or what have you and actively pull that bell up and then bring it down. And literally you will feel the hip flexor just light up right away, okay? So again, I I pull with my knee, pulling my knee to my chest, my foot stays dorsiflexed, hold for a brief second, and then bring it down. And that just gives you that sensation, that way you know what muscles are working. So then, as you turn around and you do the front squat, as soon as you do the drill, you want to go right into the skill. That way it stays imprinted in your nervous system. Okay, you set your feet up, actively pull yourself down. And you can see how much more control that was. It wasn't just a drop down, collapse right into the hole. So the moment that I caught that, made the correction, started to own the squat, knee pain went away. So don't know if you've dealt with that. If you have, or if you have a question or a comment, leave something in the comment section below. And be sure to subscribe to the YouTube channel if you're enjoying these videos and other technique of the weeks. So Hector with StrongAsHeck.com with this week's Technique of the Week.